IT Enabled is a technology consulting firm that works with businesses across the nation to unlock productivity, reduce expenses, and increase the company's bottom line. With more than 75 years combined experience in the technology industry, our ability to manage and maintain your systems is unparalleled. We are resourceful, trustworthy, and experienced to help your business. Learn more about how we can help you with fast and effective 24-hour support at itenabled.com.
Well, we are honored today to have Mr. Giles, Johnny Giles. He is the president of the Lufkin chapter of Concerned Black Men. Personally, he was one of my favorite principals that I ever had. So I have known Mr. Giles a long time, but we're so excited to have you here on the program today to be able to tell the public about the Concerned Black Men organization. And so we want you to tell your history. Why don't you tell us about your background, and then we'll get more into the program.
Well, Johnny Giles was a little bit like Trent Ashby. I was born and reared in Naples, Texas, in the country, and we was on a farm. My dad was a farmer and worked at Lone Star Steel plant. My mom was a teacher, so I had to feed the chickens and the hogs before I got on the bus. I was the first one to get on the bus and the last one to get off in the... But at any rate, after graduation, I got to tell this story. My mom is my hero, and the reason being, my dad died on graduation day. So I was going to become the man of the house, work the farm, go work at the plant, and stay in Naples, Texas. And my mom, which was a school teacher, loaded me up, took me to Jarvis Christian College, put me out, and said, "You are going to school." Wow. From there, I can't look back. I've gone from there to Rains County teaching, from there to Stephen F. Austin, got my master's. They liked me so well, they hired me. I worked at SFA for 4 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I left and went to Palestine for assistant principal for 2 years. And Jack Darnell called me and offered me a principal job in Lufkin, Texas in 1982. Okay. And I opened Anderson Elementary, the first principal. And then from there, they kept me there 2 years. And then they moved me to Junior High East. And when I was at Junior High East, I was principal there for 4 years. Okay. Then they moved me to the central office as at-risk coordinator recruiter. And when Jim Wright retired, they named me assistant superintendent. And so I finished my last 20 years as assistant superintendent of Lufkin ISD. Got a total of 41 years of experience, and probably would have gone on to be a superintendent, but my wife died with cancer, and my son was a senior in high school, and my daughter was in 6th grade, so I decided this is it. I'm going to stay and retire in Lufkin. Yeah. So that's a little bit about Johnny Giles.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I guess you were the assistant superintendent when I was in high school, but I'm telling you, you were always on campus. You called all the kids by name. You were just so supportive and such a great role model to all of us. So I appreciate you very much.
I enjoy kids and I enjoy work. In the middle schools, I had a lot of fun with them because you can have a lot of fun with middle school. When they get to high school, they know everything. The elementary, they all want to hug.
Yeah. So they're not little bitty kids anymore, but they're not the annoying almost adults yet, huh?
That's right.
That's
great. Well, we want to talk to you about the Concerned Black Men. It is a national organization, and we have a fantastic chapter here. Why don't you tell us? I was mentioning to Mr. Giles before we started, if you have not been to their website, you've got to go see it. But there's a fantastic video about how it all began. So why don't you give us the background of the history of the organization?
Concerned Black Men is a group of police officers in Philadelphia in 1974. And gangs was on the rise in the cities at that time. And so they started having social events to defer or keep kids from being involved in those gangs and trying to get them to understand that gangs going to lead to nothing but problem, prison, and so forth. So they established a chapter. Well, in 1992, we had some concerns here in Lufkin about baseball. And so we as a group of concerned black men got together. So we're going to say we're going to be concerned black men of Lufkin and help our youth get more involved in baseball and other activities and be more proactive in the city and get them involved in a lot of stuff. Well, Lord behold, in a couple of years, we got a letter from National saying, if you're going to be concerned black men, you got to send us some dues because you're using our title. So that's how we got incorporated with National. That's very interesting. So we did in 1992, and we've been operating ever since. Just a footnote, we have a national conference each year. In the last conference we had, Johnny Giles got to be nominated the national chair of the board of directors from the national office. And so we are very involved with them, and they're very supportive of us, and they've been down for our gala and stuff. And another area that we are really proud of, and that is some Nacogdoches guys came to Lufkin Chapter's gala and saw what we was doing. So we were able to convince them to help them start a chapter in Nacogdoches. So we're very proud of that, and they're really growing. We have active about 25 quality members that really work hard. We have so many different activities. You know, we play a role in trying to help young people to do better, feel better, and understand, to help them what they need to do in order to be productive citizens down the road. And one of the things that we do, we provide a team summit leadership conference where we invite ages 12 to 18 to help them. We carry them through how do you dress, how do you interview, and then we bring in key people from different job opportunities and have them tell what it takes for them to become a doctor, lawyer, dentist, nurse, whatever. And then as we bring those resource people in, it's a one-day event on a Saturday in March. Hadn't been able to do it here lately because of COVID. The one big item that we really do and help the community and the youth is our Don Boyd Summer Camp. Don Boyd was on the city council in Lufkin, Texas. He was one of the first charter members of the chapter. So we thought it was appropriate that he passed to name the camp after him. And Don, the first year we had the camp, it was about 40 kids, and it lasted about 2.5 weeks. That was in 1992. Currently, well, the last year that we had it, our operation was between 165 students to 250 students.
Fantastic.
And we've gone from 3 weeks to 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
And the only thing they have to pay is $10 registration fee. And they get 6 weeks, and they get a breakfast, lunch, field trips, the works. And it's not just basketball. We do reading, language arts, science, social studies, and so, not social studies. Some of our field trips is taking the older kids to colleges. We took one group to Prairie View A&M. We took another group to Wiley College to get them exposed where they can see you can do other things past high school.
That's right.
So we're really proud of our camp. It goes well, and Temple and others help us with that camp and grants and stuff. And that's the reason we don't have to charge just $10 registration fee. We do our mentoring program where we go to the schools. And the last episode was we started with a group of 6th grade students. And we stayed with them that 6th grade year. We traveled with them to their 7th grade year. And then we traveled with them to the 8th grade year. And the reason we did that is because we found that when we hit and miss, it wasn't consistent,
Right.
and it didn't really function or help them connect with us. So because we're supposed to be starting over with a 6th grade group this year, but because of COVID, we didn't. So whenever we're able to get back into the school, we'll start with the 6th grade, travel with them throughout the 8th grade year. So
That's wonderful.
That's our mentoring program that we try to put in place. At first, when we was going to different elementary, it just so fragmented.
Yeah.
It really didn't make
Wasn't consistent enough.
Yeah, wasn't no consistency. I keep putting the glass off because I get foggy. a school mentor. We do church visit. That's where we try to role model, and especially during Black History Month, but churches are not open right now. But we try to do at least 4 church visits throughout the year. So 4 months we go to church visit and attend, and then tell them about our program, and tell them about the gala, and tell them about what we can do. And we tell, there's a lot of missing men and dads in the homes.
Right.
So when we give them our phone number and stuff, some moms have called us for us to come and visit with their sons and talk to them. And so we kind of make that connection through the church and trying to let them know that we are there to help and serve and mentor those kids. Terry, you know about our scholarship gala.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
It's the best party of the entire year.
It is.
It is.
And it's well known. Matter of fact, we have to cap it, and we sell only 350 tickets. Otherwise, it would be 500
Yeah,
people,
it would be.
600. 350 is a good
It's
number.
the only party that I don't have to beg Brent to go with me to.
That's right.
He's like, when are we going?
It's the second Saturday in December, and we raise enough money there that when we talk about scholarships, the first scholarship we gave about 14 years ago, we gave 2 $200 scholarships. It has grown to 12 $500 scholarships per year. CHI liked what we were doing, so they donated 2 of those scholarships. So the chapter was coming up with 10, CHI was 2, so that's how we got to 12.
That's right.
And so we were able to do that, and so for the past several years, that's what we've been doing, and we're very proud of that. We couldn't have the gala this year. Not sure about this coming year.
Well, we're going to keep our fingers crossed.
I know. And I'm supposed to go get my first shot tomorrow, and I'm excited about that, and a little nervous.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what we do. And then, of course, in visiting the schools, if a principal calls and has some areas that they'd like for us to just come and chit-chat with a group of kids, we do that also. So our chapter is very involved in the community.
That's great.
We work with the Junior League, help us out. They donate to our scholarship, to our summer camp. We work with them, back to school bonanza. We work with TLOD if they have a function. So any of the organizations, if they need our help, we're there to serve the community and the people of Angelina County and Lufkin in particular.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is the best organization. If you are looking, if you have end of the year donations, things like that, consider the Concerned Black Men, because y'all do so much.
We do.
And like you said, you've taken this now, your camp, to a 6-week camp for kids.
6 weeks, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
And plus, those parents, they depend on that,
Yeah.
where they can go to work, or they
right.
can do this. Yeah. And so many of those parents and grandparents that's raising kids now, there's no male figure
Right.
in the house. Right. And when they see us, and we do the field trips with them, and we have police come, the firemen, and then we do a parent day where we bring all of the parents and the kids, and we feed them hamburgers that last week of the camp. So it's really an integral part, because if they go to the Boys and Girls Club, they got to pay a substantial fee. And a lot of these parents can't afford it, especially now. So hopefully we can get that back going. So
right.
that's kind of where we are. And let's see if I missed anything. Make sure about my little cheat note. When you get to be my age, you have to make yourself some
I have
notes.
notes for my notes.
But it's gone good. And
Well, I have to say,
Okay.
at the gala, all of the men that are associated with this, y'all are all in your red jackets. It is like the most festive. It's just a good-looking group of men that do so much for the community, and so we thank you for all that you do.
well, we appreciate it. And
our kids.
Yeah, what are some of the
last year, if you look and see, we had our honorees last time we had it, and Tara came to help us, and that was Ellen Temple and Tina Alexander Sellers. And then we gave our President's Award to Bodacious Archie and his brother Chapman.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. So y'all honor a lot of people.
We
in the
love that.
community.
And we do that every year.
That's great. Well, I hope that gets to happen this year. What are some of the biggest needs for the organization now? So how can people help?
Say that again. Then.
What are some of the biggest needs for the organization now? How can people help?
I think the greatest need we have right now is getting people shots where they feel comfortable going to the schools and going to meetings. Because a lot of our guys are senior citizens. And one of the greatest needs we got is recruiting young guys to come on board. And that's a difficult situation across the nation. And I bet you if you ask Lions Club and different organizations, they're having the same problem of recruitment. So that's a great need. We always appreciate donation, and the donation are always going to go back to the community, not to us. And I would say our greatest need is recruitment, getting COVID and getting shots and getting back to some normalcy where we can get back, because when you can't get out and get involved, they lose interest.
Right.
And when they lose interest, it's hard to get them back.
Yeah, it's like starting over sometimes. I imagine.
That's how, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some of the goals? Like, what do you have coming up? I know that COVID has obviously changed a lot of that and impacted that. But what are kind of some things on the horizon that you'd like to see the organization accomplish?
I'd like to see the organization really get more involved in the educational system, in our mentoring program, and strengthening our mentoring program. And one of the things that we've done, National changed the objective. It was just for boys. Well, when you look at the number of girls and women that's incarcerated, we said, hold up, we need to be involved with boys and girls. So we've opened up that door to work with both male and female students.
Interesting.
And I'm glad National took that approach, because it's a need there. And when you do your research and you see how many young females being incarcerated, it's really scary.
It is.
Really scary.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
It's just great. And we appreciate you, Mr. Giles. Thank you so much.
sure
Any other question?
No, I think that covers that. We just want anybody who's listening to this to go check out their website. Like Tara said, go watch the video, just learn about this organization and support, any way that you can, and any way that we can help. We're always happy to do that. And we just thank you so much for
Give me a card.
come out.
I'll keep in touch.
Yeah.
Tara, no, I will call
Oh,
you.
hey, absolutely. Yeah, we sure appreciate that. We appreciate your time coming out and just kind of sharing your heart and sharing the organization with us and our listeners. And yeah, we don't mind at all. No, we'll just sign it off for today. Thank you all so much for listening to the podcast again. Please rate and review the podcast anywhere that you're listening, and please subscribe to help others find the podcast. And if you want to watch the video version of this, you can catch it on the Chamber YouTube channel as well as the Chamber Facebook page. So thank y'all and have a great week.